Let me turn down the volume on the funny music. Hello, I'm alive. How's that sounding? Sorry, I have to figure step out live here a little bit. I should have tested it, but whatever. Yeah, cool. You went out. Yeah, I can see in the chat. Yes, I am a funny little seal now. Hello. I have more plans for more things I want to add to the stream. At the moment, I just have like a new background, like this new starting soon screen. Um, and then my new PNG tuber model, just a basic one. Like I want to add more emotions to it and stuff. I want to have like alerts possibly. I don't know how I set that up on YouTube, so I have to go dig it and figure that out. Um, but I don't know. I'll find out soon enough. So I just have like a funny basic thingy. Pre-seals. Oh, it's just like a little like fur pattern. I have another mark on the other side of my thigh. That's a black heart. It's not a cutie mark. It's just a little. I don't know. I just thought it was cute. I wanted to incorporate hearts somehow because I like hearts. I thought about maybe incorporating like more lung imagery again to kind of call back to my original thing, but nah. I don't really care. So yeah, I changed my username to Jen Crumbles a while ago. I changed my icon everywhere. And I'm a funny little seal now, a Selkie to be specific. So yeah, it's just my old username Axel Lungs, and I don't go by Axel anymore. It's just I felt kind of like restricted with that. This palette, yeah, it's a lot less. My previous one was kind of like pastely pink and a lot of bright rainbow colors. Which like I still enjoy, but I wanted to go for like a more cool like blue water kind of feel because you know seal. I just thought it would be more appealing to the eyes. I don't know. Let me get my messages sorted here so I can. Yeah, there we go. Oh my gosh, I keep losing my train of thought. Oh well. A lot less loud on the eyes. Yeah, it's just more pleasing. For like stream background, I guess. I found like the like pastel pink borders to be I don't know, um, kind of distracting. I get not really distracting. I don't know. I mean the new my you'll see in a second once I switch to my actual streaming screen. Um, yeah, I don't know. I made this one in like a day. I was struggling so hard to figure out how to get the GIF to work with the tail and stuff. Which the tail is actually a separate layer from everything else. So I could just boop and I'm tailless. I just unplug it. The Powerpuff Girls cookie event. I haven't been into Cookie Run for a while. I got back into it for a little bit just because I wanted to grind the Wicked thing and get the Alphaba and Glinda cookie, but I didn't manage to get them. So oh well. I'm not really interested anymore. I just wanted to try and get the Wicked cookies. Yeah. Let me pull up my actual stream here. Hello! I am alive. This is my new PNG tuber model, the new background stuff. I haven't seen the new Wicked yet. Wicked is good! I've been a Wicked fan since the Broadway musical, bro. Don't even talk to me. I've been jamming to Loathing since middle school, you don't even know. I got my new funny PNG tuber model here. What is going on here? Hold on. Okay, yeah, sorry. Hold up. Come here. Come here. Oh my gosh, I can't. It's not letting me make my... There we go. Hello. Hello. Get a better look at this funny little gal. So yeah, my plan is I want to add more stuff to this, like add more emotions, possibly another alt to my other gen design as... Let me go back here. There we go. Not only am I a funny little seal, I am actually a Selkie in my new Sona, meaning I have both a seal design and a human design. So I have my human one. That's closer to what I actually look like. I don't actually look like... I don't have heterochromia, but whatever. And then I have my seal design, my, like, furry design. I considered making... I wanted to have, like, a fursona, and then I wanted, like, a human design. So, I was originally thinking of maybe only being a seal, but I'm like, I want to have, like, a gimmick or something. So, ideally, I'd like to have, I mean, I don't even know how I do redeems or anything on YouTube, but having the two... Selkies? They're similar to, like, sirens in some folklore, it depends. Modern interpretations of Selkies they differ a lot, though. You can say that about any, like, honestly, any, like, species or cryptid like that doesn't... Some of the mythology can get pretty dark. But Jen here she's just a silly little, seal girl who likes to swim. I have glasses. I wanted to incorporate glasses, but I didn't want to have glasses on all the time. So I only have glasses on the human design. And then, I don't know, I guess in my seal form I just, like, gained the power of sight. I really wanted to incorporate, like, the seal skin to be, like, a onesie somehow, so... I don't know how well that reads, but it's just, like, an oversized onesie, basically, when she takes the seal skin off. I think that's cool. Why is the bush? Oh my gosh, shush. It's not a bush, be quiet. I'm a seal, I have fur everywhere. It's just, it's drooping more. It's just sagging more in the human form because it's, you know, hanging down like a hoodie. Don't worry about it, don't worry about it. I got my new background here, it's like all watery and stuff. I don't know, I might experiment a bit with how I, present stuff, I don't know. But yeah, I didn't really have any big plans for this stream. I just wanted to show off all the new assets and stuff I made the other day, and then I was just gonna draw for a bit. Just for funsies. I want to draw more. I feel like I've been having art block lately. I've been working on an Inanimate Insanity comic, slowly but surely. And I've just been losing motivation for that, and outside of that, I don't know. I haven't been doing much. Artistically, I suppose. I don't know. I haven't been feeling very creative lately, so I feel like all the art that I have done, I've basically had to kind of force myself to do a little bit. The Chilean tribe? I'm not familiar with, that particular folklore when it comes to Selkies. I don't know if it's directly Selkies or just a similar kind of ideal, with, like, seal mythology and stuff like that. Again, I'm not familiar. I might look it up, though. I like looking at mythology and stuff. Ideally, I'd love to get, like, an actual, like, proper, VTuber model, but that is A, expensive, and B, I don't actually have the equipment. The Selkenai model that I would like people. Okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar. I've never heard of the Selknam before, but it sounds interesting. Ideally, yes, I'd love to get a VTuber model, but I just can't do it at the moment because I am stuck with my little potato laptop. So until I get a proper PC setup, I'm not gonna get a proper PNG tuber model because I would not be able to run it. It would be super laggy. It would just not be worth it at that point. Wait until I unlock the ability to have a somewhat decent PC setup. They get full body paint and stripes and aura farm on the lake. Alright. That's awesome. Go you. Is this mythology or is this like an actual like tribe of people? Sorry, I think I got confused. Either way, that's cool. Scared the shit out of settlers because I thought they were demons. Oh my gosh. No, it's an actual tribe? Okay, cool. I've been wanting to change my Sona for a really long time now, which is why Axel went through so many different Sona designs, because I didn't really want to be an axolotl anymore, but I felt like I had to be because, you know, of the Axel part of my old username. I've just... then I experimented with some other stuff. I got really, really into seals recently. I really love seals now. So, I don't know. This is where it came from. I'm just drawing funny paintbrush right now. I don't know. I want to do more animations and stuff, but animation is time consuming. I've had an idea for a funny Chikawa animatic for a while with a manga, but that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. Because I'm too busy not being motivated enough to animate anything. Seals are awesome. I love them. I love Yo-chan. I've been really, Yo-chan specifically, there's all these videos of, like, she's being trained to do this trick where she's from Yo-chan is a seal, in a Japanese, aquarium rescue center. And, she's just got this great personality. And she's so sassy. They train her to do this one trick where they go, "Ew," and then, oh my gosh, sorry, I gotta turn off the notifications. Goodness. And she just, like, squishes into herself. I love that stuff. Went to the beach in the new year. Oh man, I missed the beach. I grew up in I'm Canadian, so we don't really have beaches. A lot. But I grew up in Kelowna and we had like a lake with beaches and stuff. But I don't live there anymore, which like I miss the beaches and like whatever all that stuff. I do not miss most other things about it because it's just a very touristy and just super expensive. Not a small town by any means, but it's a smaller city. I felt like there wasn't that much to do or see. So I'm happier with where I currently live in a bigger city in Alberta. We wouldn't get crazy waves, although, again, it's like lakes, so if it was windy, maybe we'd get, like, decent waves, but it would never be enough to, like, surf or something. I went to, like, LA, and that was the last time I saw, like, a proper beach with, like, crazy waves and stuff. I don't know if I like how this paintbrush is turning out. I don't know. It's a long country, all seasonside. Chilly. Well, yeah, I don't think I've ever Yeah, no, I've never left North America, so I don't know. I've never been to Chile or anything, any place like that. I'd love to visit somewhere outside of North America one day. I don't have money for that at the moment, but beach maxing. South America, yeah. A right-wing jackass got elected. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not. I don't know anything about Chile politics, or well, I don't know anything. I barely know anything about Canadian politics, and I live here. I'm sorry about that though. That sucks. I always give paintbrush the craziest ass hair, even though it's a paintbrush and they're supposed to be normal ass bristles. I don't care. I will give them big ass anime hair if I feel like it. Going back to like my wanting to stream more. I want to get a microphone finally, like a half decent microphone, because oh my gosh, I'm so behind on that. I keep meaning to buy a new microphone, but I never do, and then I'm stuck sounding like I'm like talking into a cup whenever I stream. Unfortunately, like oh, I'm just a big procrastinator in general. I keep meaning to do things, but then I don't. I should totally draw a female version of Diaper Dog. That is so niche and so specific. I don't think I'm gonna do that, but thank you for the suggestion. That has got to be one of the most specific commissions I've ever gotten. I'm just drawing this right now. I'm not taking requests at the moment. I mean, if you want to commission me to draw a female version of Diaper Dog from Captain Underpants, I'll do it. I just don't feel like it. That's about it. Give me money so I can get a new microphone. So I don't sound like I'm speaking into a cup anymore. Oh, I just realized I didn't even draw the eyeballs on this paintbrush. They're just dead here, don't worry about it. I'll get to it. My voice sounds okay. It's muffled because I'm using my built-in laptop microphone that isn't very good. It's not as bad as it could be, but I don't think it's very good, just quality-wise. It gets a bit quiet and stuff. I gotta figure out how to fix that on OBS. Kid lost my new eyes now that they aren't rainbow. Yeah, the rainbow eyes, they were cute, but I feel like they were a little bit much. So now I just have heterochromia, and I got big Boba Seal eyes. I was originally gonna make them completely black, because, you know, it's a seal, and seals have black eyes. They're just all pupil. But I added, like, a little, I don't know how well you can see it, there's, like, a little bit of, blue. They are hypnotic. Yeah, they've got, like, a little bit of blue and brown in there, and then you can see it properly in my human form, but I don't have a human form right now for my PNG tuber, so you just have to imagine that. Well, I showed you earlier, you could just, like, see it, but whatever, you know what I mean? I'm gonna get some, like, fire going in the background here. Paintbrush will catch fire and become bald. Okay, here's what I've been thinking though lately, is the idea of, like, does Paintbrush's bristles, like, grow on their own? Because, like, there's implications now with, like, all the new stuff that's going on in Animate Insanity that objects can, like, heal themselves. Like, they don't have to be, like, killed and then revived. If, like, for example, a glass object gets a scratch, it could heal eventually. That's got me thinking, like, okay, so can Paintbrush's bristles naturally grow back on their own? Does Paintbrush have to go in and, like, get bristle implants when they start balding over time eventually? Or is it just it continuously grows? I don't know. I find the lore of Inanimate Insanity very interesting. I want them to get, since it's kind of more getting into the lore of, like, Inanimate Insanity and stuff rather than just a funny game show these days. With the new season, I want to see more of them. It's horsehair. Well, I don't know what exactly. I know it's horsehair. I don't think horses don't exist in Inanimate Insanity. So, like, I don't know what Paintbrush's hair is made out of or their bristles are made out of. Like, it could be synthetic, I guess. I'm sure there's, like, synthetic brushes that aren't made out of horsehair. It would have to be something that's not horse, because there's no horses. It's an object show. It's just objects. I think thinking too hard about how exactly the materials work that the objects are made out of, when half of the objects need, like, they need animal byproducts to actually make. It doesn't really make sense, so just don't think about it too deeply. Whoops. Looks like cartoon spinach or lettuce. It is just bristles. You will, like, choke. You can handle it. Don't eat a bunch of horsehair. The human body is biologically programmed to gag whenever we get hair in our mouth. You will not be able to eat horsehair. You're a Giga Chad? Okay, my mistake. I guess you can't eat just horsehair by the handful. I want to experiment with expressions more and like pull more exaggerated ones. With sheep videos instead of seals. Well, Axel was partially inspired by a seal, or not a seal, sorry, by a sheep. A sheep VTuber specifically named Jules. So she was partially sheep. That's why she had like wool and stuff all over her head and stuff. I wasn't obsessed with sheeps. I just saw that one sheep VTuber and I was like, oh my god, I want to do something like that. Is like a sheep sulky a thing? I don't know. I could do like a wolf in sheep's. Ooh, that would actually be a cool idea for VTuber. Like a wolf in sheep's clothing. I like OCs in general that are designed after the concept of wolf in sheep's clothing. I'm sure there's like at least like 2 wolf in sheep's clothing based like VTubers. You're trying to spoon feed them icky food. Actually, I'm thinking about that. Why do objects need to eat, or is it just for like pleasure? They like eating. Because I know objects eat in general, but like, can they starve to death? Like, how does that work? I don't know. I'm thinking too deeply about this. Like in the new Inanimate Insanity episode when Fan gets hospitalized, I'm like, how does that work? How does he have an IV tube? He's literally a paper fan. What is that? What is that being pumped into? What is being pumped into him that can like heal burnt paper? Hello? I don't think they're ever going to explore that too deeply, but like, you're not an Object Show fan? That's okay. You're not white. You know what? Fair. I find it very hard. I really enjoy Inanimate Insanity, but I find it very hard to suggest it to other people because most of the people in the fandom that are adults right now are like people who liked the show when they were a kid, and they just grew up and still have an attachment to it. So it's really hard to like turn to another like adult and be like, you should check out this show about like talking objects and stuff. Especially because like the earlier stuff is so, I mean, it's still pretty childish at times. Whatever, it's childish, I say, like it wasn't a show being made by actual children at the time. Like, I cannot in earnest be like, you guys should check out Inanimate Insanity. It's like the stigma of Lemon Demon fans, but even more childish looking. Look, I know Object Show fans have like a stigma. I think it's just because the object show community in general has a very young fan base, so people just see it as very childish and dumb. I think it is fun and cute, and I enjoy it. Again, I've been an object show fan since I was a little itty bitty baby in like elementary school. So, no, yeah, I started to use Tumblr, and that's when I discovered it because I was a BFDI fan when I was a kid. And then I discovered that it was like a whole ass like community with like multiple different series when I was in like middle school, and I went on Tumblr for the first time. That's when I discovered Inanimate Insanity and got really, really into that. I'm literally white maxing right now. You don't even know. I don't think I should say that. Whatever. An object show fan and a Hazbin Hotel fan? Jeez, pick a struggle. And a furry? Oh my god. Collecting it like Pokemon cards now. Got implanted into the timeline. They've been around for like, how long have they been out for? 20 years at this point? 20. Oh my gosh, has it really been that long? When did the first episode of BFDI come out? Let me Google that really quick. Yeah, 20. Oh my gosh, January 1st, 2010. So it's object shows have existed for 25 years. BFDI has been around for 25 years? Oh my god. Not 25, god, 15. Don't make fun of me, I have dyscalculia. 2010 was not 20 years ago, I'm not that old. Listen, just pretend I didn't say that. Cover your ears. I know. 15 years ago. I said that the whole time. My brain no like numbers. What was I saying about Inanimate Insanity? Oh yeah. I have trouble recommending it to people who didn't grow up with object shows because especially season 1 and then especially like early season 2, it's just all very like juvenile and stupid. It's 15 years old, yeah. It's been around longer than most of the object show community at this point. Then it doesn't get like deep into the lore until like late season 2. And there's season 3. I don't even think I ever finished watching season 2. I'm a fake Inanimate Insanity fan. I just didn't like not season 2, season 3. I just didn't like season 3 conceptually because like, okay, for context, season 3 of Inanimate Insanity is really weird because they decided to stop like mid season 2 and be like, okay, we're gonna have like a side like series that's just gonna be funny and silly. But they did it like right at the peak of like season 3 where like the most drama and stuff was happening. So I'm like, why would you just indefinitely put season 2 on hold? Make this entire season that it just makes the continuity a lot more confusing. And also I don't really like any of the new characters besides Bot, so like my art style would be mutated into an entirely different thing if I was a Ben 10 fan instead of an object show fan. Dude, my art style today really only exists the way it does because of Pinky Pepper Forever. Maybe like animation memes and stuff. I was really into like Lupus Vulpus and Sealmaru as a kid, and I really wanted my art style to be like theirs, so I take a lot of inspiration from them. A lot of people assume Lavender Town. But like I was never a Lavender Town kid. I watched like maybe like 3 of her videos growing up, but people are like, "Oh, you were like a Lavender Town kid, weren't you?" I'm like, "No." I watched like a couple of her videos as a kid because they were literally everywhere, and that's it. I don't think whatever. I don't care. I'm like looking at the brush. I'm like, I don't think I did it like anatomically correct. I was like, I don't care. I'm just doing this for fun. This is a fun little drawing. I don't really care that much about how. Also, it's a fucking paintbrush, so. If Animation Epic weren't cowards, they would let the objects start wearing clothes. Ben 10 would have changed in a different direction. I remember I tried to watch Ben 10 when I was a kid, but I just didn't like it. I was a My Little Pony kid. Like My Little Pony and like what was it? Pound Puppies. I was really into Pound Puppies as a kid. I would have eaten. Well, nah. I liked TMNT when I was growing up, like the 2012 series. I didn't watch it like consistently, but I would like tune into episodes when they came on, and I would like try to follow the lore. I've been wanting to rewatch it actually, like 2012 TMNT for a while. That movie took full advantage of the comic style and tech frames. Ooh, I might check it out then. Again, I don't know or about anything about Ben 10, but I like good animation and stuff like that. Yeah, Pound Puppies, The Littlest Pet Shop series. What else? I like Ruby Gloom. A lot of just like obscure Canadian cartoons I watched a lot, like Garage Band and Rated A for Awesome. That's so niche and so Canadian, but whatever. It's one of the possible endings of season 1. Ooh, okay. It has 3 possible endings. Love that. I love when children's shows have weirdly convoluted lore. When I give objects weird digitigrade feet, even though it doesn't really make sense because I think it looks cool. Paintbrush, like in the show, doesn't really have. I'm giving them really fucking long legs, but in the actual show, they got like the tiniest ass legs. It's like this. Here they are. That's my paintbrush. Okay. Whenever I draw like object show, specifically with paintbrush and light bulb, I always forget how fucking fat Lightbulb's head is. Like, she's like literally her head is almost the entire size of Paintbrush's body. I always, whenever I draw them together, I always draw her head way too tiny. I think it would be fun to do like a Let's Watch stream if I am gonna stream more. Let's do a Let's Watch stream of like just binge all of Inanimate Insanity or something like that. Maybe binge, you know what, maybe even like binge Teapot, since I am pretty behind on Teapot. I stopped watching BFDI, like, after the split happened, because I think the writing got a lot worse, because they tried to... I don't think BFDI does, like, from what I saw, they don't really do, like, lore and, like, more emotional scenes like that. I thought it worked better when it was just stupid comedy bullshit. Just goofy for the sake of goofy. I've been obsessed with the idea of like making a reboot. This is completely off topic. I'm just thinking about childhood cartoons that I really liked. Oh, hold on, the playlist just ended. I'm gonna put on Femtanol. Because that's like the same vibe as the artist I was just playing. Oh, this is just a, whatever. I love you, Femtanol. Yo, I'm going to a Stomach Book. I don't know if you know who Stomach Book is, but I'm going to a Stomach Book concert in a few weeks. That's gonna be awesome. I'm excited for that. It's gonna be my first concert that it's not my first concert ever, but it's the first concert that I'm going to, like, of my own volition. I went to like a Headley concert when I was a kid because my brother was going. I'm really excited for that one. The secret ending. There's a secret Ben 10 ending. That's awesome, actually. I love that. There's the secret ending, and then there's the alien ending, and then there's the uber duper secret ending. You have to complete an ARG to find it. What is going on with their arms here? I don't go for a bit longer, maybe. Ben 10 reveals his identity and kills the main villain after that's crazy. Ben 10 fucking kills people. This trade is a what if episode, like Miraculous. No, I have not kept up with Miraculous since like season 1 when I was a kid. Miraculous it does that thing where they do what if episodes where like it shows you what's gonna happen, like if like Adrian and Marionette find out each other's like identities, but they never do anything about it. They're like, okay, yeah, here's this like crazy like narrative switch up. I was gonna change the entire. Oh, never mind, it's gone. I've been low-key thinking about getting back into Miraculous just because they have like a new season with like new. I love the new art style and the new character designs. I thought the old character designs in the old Miraculous seasons were just very garish, and ugly. But I really like the new ones. Like the new Miraculous suit is so good. I always disliked Marionette's like superhero costume design, but her new one with like the new assets and everything goes pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's not just like a red suit with a bunch of random spots everywhere. There's actual like patterning and stuff to it. I like that. Marionette's suit was in desperate need of having more black in it instead of just garishly red and then like a couple of red spots splattered everywhere. I don't know anything about Miraculous, like I haven't been keeping up with it, but I don't know. I have like mutuals who are really into it, so I keep getting like random out of context stuff about it onto my timeline, and I'm like, damn, Miraculous looks like good now. kind of surprised that Miraculous is still going. I'm drawing Paintbrush, yes! I love Paintbrush! I'm just kind of drawing random stuff with them, because I don't know, it's just a sketch I had sitting around. Might as well just do more. Just a bunch of paintbrushes. You're so cute, Marcel. Thank you! I like giving them dramatically long hair, even though it doesn't make any sense because they're a fucking paintbrush. I love giving them long hair. Long, dramatic hair. Listen, they're like the only character you can get away with in Inanimate Insanity with giving crazy, dramatic hair. Because if you do it to any other character, it looks like that one MePhone edit. where he's got, like, weird cheek fur and, like, the piercings. Paintbrush is the only character you can do that to where you can get away with it without it coming across as, like, weird... Kevin Levin? Who is Kevin Levin? I guess they're Paintbrush, apparently. You used to draw Lightbulb with Fluff? Oh, man. I love I just give Lightbulb freckles. That's, like, the only thing I change about her. I give Marshmallow just, like, a tiny little bit of fluff. Like, I'll do a little bit of that. Just because, again, Marshmallow... I don't know, any character that I can get away with, like, giving a little bit of a fluff, I want to do. Because I think it's cute. And then I do it with Apple sometimes, too. And Bo. Whatever, any character I can give the illusion of big poofy hair to. I love drawing hair, but as an Object Show fan, whenever I draw Object Show fan out, I can't give them hair. Hashtag first world problems. Hold on, let me look this guy up that you said. Wait, where did it... Kevin Levin. Oh, it's from Ben 10. I was thinking it was gonna be like a Twinkie musician or something. I was picturing like, well, I wasn't too far. I was picturing like an emo like twink who like makes like rock music. I thought it was a real guy. His like music alias was just Kevin Levin. I didn't realize it was a Ben 10 character. Okay. Gave their OC the outfit in that video. Aww, that makes me happy. I love seeing people get inspired by my work. Kevin 11 is that, except the twink. Yeah, no, he's like a hunk. I'm working on a funny sorry. I'm working on a Lightbrush fan book right now. I don't know when that's gonna come out. Actually, I haven't opened any other thing. I should watch Ben 10. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think I'm ever gonna watch Ben 10. I might watch the movie, but I don't think I could ever get into the series. I got a fan book going on. Hold on, I'll show you a little preview. It's about, like, it takes place in between season 3 and season 2 and season 4, where Paintbrush just slowly has a fucking breakdown over the fact that that Lightbulb is so delicate, and kind of like how they got into the like safety. Well, I started production on this before season 4 even came out, so I had to like retroactively change a bunch of stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna post the full storyboard on my Patreon eventually when I finally finish it. How many pages? It's like 30 something pages, I think, if I remember correctly. The movie is a series finale, you won't get anything else. It's fine, it's fine. So that's what I'm doing. I would like to finish the fan book sooner than later, but I don't know. I have trouble committing to projects that take more than like a couple days to finish. Hold on. I want to give... They are not fashionable. I want to put Paintbrush in more cool fashion and stuff, but I feel like I just don't get fashion. I'm not the most fashionable person. All I wear is like jeans and graphic t-shirts. Yo, a jumpsuit? I don't know how that would work. How Paintbrush in a jumpsuit would look. All those years in the closet and look at them. Exactly. They're finally out of the closet and they can have the most, like, garish, androgynous, fashion sense possible. And I mean that in the most affectionate way. You gonna assign me a Ben 10 alien? Go ahead. Is there any seal aliens in Ben 10? Pesky Dust? Let me look this guy up. Let me look up Pesky Dust. Okay, no, Slay. I like them. They're cute. I like the little... I like little pixies and stuff, so I think that's cute. Pesky Dust, sounds like a Warrior Cat's OC a little bit. I love that. Paintbrush, I love you! I love you, Paintbrush! They have dream manipulation powers? Oh yeah, I see it. Like a Tooth Fairy kind of thing they got going on. Cool, I like that. I was just talking about this earlier, since there's an Inanimate Insanity watcher who'll know what I'm talking about in the chat, just really quick. Do you think that Paintbrush's bristles grow on their own? Or do they have to, like, go and, like, get implants, or they'll start to go bald? I've been thinking about this a lot lately, ever since, like, the new episode came out, and, like, the implications behind it. With, like, Fan being implied to, like, be able to heal. They become bald and can't stop it. They didn't have to worry about their hair care because they would die pretty often and they would just like get their default look reset. But now they have to worry about it, about like going bald. They're gonna get they're gonna get object pattern baldness. Bald brush. They're the bald as fuck. Do you think object pattern baldness exists in the Inanimate Insanity world? This is important. This is the important questions we gotta be asking people. What if they get a low taper fade? How does that work? How would they get a low taper fade? They don't have anything to fade. Would they like It's just a metal band. How would the fade work? What if Paintbrush got a low taper fade? How does it go? I embarrassed myself. I'm old. I'm old. I don't remember how the meme goes. Funny beaver with funny mustache boxing gloves. Full stash. Let me look this guy out. No, this guy's funny. Cute little beaver. I really hope we get a new paintbrush plushie eventually, because the one like official one that exists right now is so fucking ugly. Like, we're getting that new fan plushie, and oh my god, it's such an improvement. The original fan plush is so ugly. I don't know what company they were going with during like season 2 or whatever, or season 3, sorry. But oh my god, all the official plushies were hideous. They were. Be nice to them. I am not okay. Hold on. Hold on. You want me to be nice to this motherfucker? Look at it, it's so ugly! What did they do to them? I don't... They're so ugly. I want to just like snap them in half. Oh, never mind about it. I was gonna say I want to snap them in half like a Kit Kat bar. That was not intentional. Anyway, let's go back to drawing, why don't we? You have the, oh my god. There was like a bunch of errors that people were getting with like paintbrush where like they would get like 2 extra limbs and stuff. I've been low-key thinking about getting like a custom plushie of paintbrush with like my paintbrush design, but I don't know how exactly it would work. And also it would be expensive and I don't have money. My pen's been having so many issues lately. Like, it just stops working for some reason. I think I need to get a new pen tip. I think that's the problem. I thought I had some spare ones, but I don't know where they are if I do have them. I have to buy new ones. Paintbrush is so cunt. I love them. They are. They're very slayful. I think the old fan plushie has got to be like one of the worst out of the bunch. Like, I laugh at the paintbrush one, but it is not anywhere near as bad as the official fan plushie. Like, oh my god. The paint cans AU? No, I haven't been too deep into the AU like fan stuff. Of Inanimate Insanity. Oh, I didn't finish it. I was reading Experiment 21 since that's like one of the most infamous popular dark fics in the fandom, and I hate it so. It is genuinely unreadable. I understand it was probably made by a young child. I get that, but oh my god, I don't see the appeal like at all. It is so bad. It is extremely poorly written. The characterization is really bad. Just the things that characters do, like, they're all extremely stupid. I don't... It was so cringe. I was rereading it, and one of the characters literally goes like, I think I caught schizophrenia. And I'm like, what the fuck? It was not okay. It was straight ass. I'm sorry. Again, I know a child probably wrote it. No hate to the person who wrote it. They're probably an adult by now. And I'm sure they're self-aware that it is not the best written at this point. It's okay if other people like it. I get the appeal. I get the appeal of all those, like, creepypasta, dark fake AUs. But, oh my god, I can't. It is not done well there. Drives me crazy. I'm like reading Experiment 21, and every time like Test Tube opens the door, no one tries to like fucking like waist tackle her to the ground or try the door. They all just look at her like, "Oh hi, Test Tube. What are you doing? You're stuck in like an empty room. Tackle her." The characterization of I again, I didn't finish reading it. I just know that at one point she becomes Spanish for some reason. I don't. Okay. From what I read, the light bulb was probably the closest to being... I still don't think it's good characterization of her, but it's the least, like, egregious out of all of them, in my opinion. Yeah, I haven't been keeping up with, any AUs or things like that. I was working on a Has-Been AU with the Inanimate Insanity characters. I don't know why. I got like possessed or something, and I just got really, really into making character designs for them. And I pumped out like 12 different characters within that AU, but it never went anywhere. I might make like more comics for it, but probably not because all of the character designs I made only got like 40 likes, and I was like, okay. Fair. It's an extremely niche crossover, and not a lot of people like both those things. But I still really like the designs I made for it, so whatever. Yeah, it's like, listen, I think Has-Been Hotel is really cool conceptually, even though I have a lot of issues with the show itself. And therefore, I think it's really fun to make AUs and stuff within it. Because I find the concepts of the show very interesting, and like the just different character building and world building is what I mean. All the different species and stuff. You know what drove me a little bit crazy? The fact that they introduced Sinsmith as like a concept, and then they just completely dropped that, and they were like, actually, no, we're just gonna have normal Christmas merch. I'm like, you could have made it Sinsmith based. Like all of the characters could have been celebrating their different like sins. That would have been cool. Whatever. I have a lot of issues with the writing. I like. We don't have to get too into it right now, but just conceptually, I like it, and I like the art style. I like a lot of the character designs. Whatever. You can tell it's a very, like, a lot of passion is put into it. And, like, there's just so many people care so much about this show and its characters who are in the team, and I think that's awesome. I love to see that in the modern day where more and more, like, companies are turning into AI slop and pumping out the most generic revenue guaranteed producing slop ever. I love to see people still being creative and having passion projects like Has-Been Hotel or The Amazing Digital Circus, things like that. Like, I love to see that. I love to see how successful Has-Been Hotel is and how, like, hopefully companies like see just how huge Has-Been is, and they start to let like more creatives take more risks and tell more similar stories like that where it's more narrative driven and character driven. I want that. I want that so bad. I really hope good things come out of Has-Been Hotel for more creators, regardless of what you think of it. Like Mammon, yeah. Mammon's my like favorite character and like my favorite sin by far. But weirdly enough, I don't have any merch of him, and I just have like 1,000 million merch of Queen Beelzebub for some reason. I don't know. Has-Been Hotel is not an indie project anymore. It's got like like anything Busy Pop with like the Hellaverse is not indie anymore. She has backing from Amazon, and it's like on Amazon. It's not an indie project anymore. like nothing wrong with that, but just like I wouldn't really call it indie anymore. At least not when it comes to productive. Like when it comes to creative minds, like yeah, it's more indie produced. But when it comes to like just on a bigger productive production scale, it isn't an indie show anymore. I just like that Mammon is so. First of all, I like that he isn't like a stupid twink like half the other character designs. I like that he is just fully indulgent within his sin that he embodies because he's the only sin that feels like his like sin really, where he just like fully embodies like he fully embodies greed and all it represents in both good and bad. While the other sins, it feels like they're like Queen Beelzebub cares about healthy consumption. The embodiment of lust cares about consent and like it takes a lot of passion in consent. You are the sin of lust. Like hello? Why does Valentino embody the sin of lust better than than Osmodius? Like hello? The embodiment of wrath has a little like counselor that helps him like take control of his anger. Like, why does the sin of wrath care about controlling his temper? Hello? I feel like Satan would represent wrath well if it wasn't for the fact that he's actively trying to manage his anger. Like, hello? What is going on here? His demeanor, I suppose. I haven't listened to his songs since like the episode came out, I don't think. Mammon's also voiced by Michael Cusack, the co-creator of Smiling Friends, so like, hell yeah. Okay, sorry, one more thing I want to say about Hazbin Hotel before I move on. Something that drives me crazy is the fact that they replaced all of the original voice actors from the pilot, but for some ungodly reason, they were like, okay, yeah, I want to make Cherry Bomb Australian. That's cool. I think that's fun if you want to like, because before she didn't really have an accent or anything like that, and they're like, oh, we're gonna make her Australian. But then they don't hire an Australian voice actress. They get like someone again. I'm not Australian. I don't know the dialect the best, but I've seen so many Australian creators be like, Cherry Bomb. It's like so obviously someone doing a fake Australian accent. Like you can't even tell where she's really from because of how all over the place her like. Why didn't they just get an actual Australian voice actress if they wanted her to be Australian? I don't understand. But Cherry Bomb sucks in the show anyway, so who cares? She might as well just be removed from the show entirely, honestly. She doesn't do anything except have a crush on Serpentius. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. This could potentially be a good villain. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even think we're gonna see Satan again in the show in any significant way. I know that there's gonna be an episode in the Envy ring, I believe, which is like the one ring we haven't seen yet, which is cool. I don't know if they're gonna like go into Leviathan or anything like that, but I don't know if I like how I'm doing their eyes right now. Whatever. Whatever. It would be fun if both the heads are fake. Probably not. They're probably both real. I really hope Leviathan is non-binary because it's kind of shocking there isn't a single non-binary character in the entirety of the cast besides like completely irrelevant unnamed background characters that you wouldn't know are non-binary unless you check the like character reference sheets. And I think it would be fun considering that they're literally two people, but probably not. They're probably just gonna be a girl, knowing VivziePop's track record. Need Wator? I'm under the Wator, help me. What time is it? Man, it's 3 p.m. already. I've had issues with sleeping in lately. I don't know, my sleep schedule's been all over the place. Like, it doesn't matter what time I get to sleep at, whether it's like super early or super late. I always wake up at like around 6 or 7 a.m. And I'm like, I'm so tired. I'm like, I just want to sleep a little bit more. But then I go back to sleep and I wake up at like 11. Like, unless I'm working on that day, that's basically my pattern that I've fallen into. And it isn't good. I need to fix it. I need to just force myself to start getting up again, man. The rings aren't well utilized. Yeah, not really. Even though I say I like the world building, I don't think it's the strongest world building. I just think conceptually, I'm like, oh, these are really neat concepts, but I don't think they're explored very well in the actual show. There's a video essay I saw that goes over it, where it's like the Homestuck's class system within the different types of trolls and different species, versus how the Helliverse handles it, which is not very well. Like, supposedly imps are supposed to be lower class, and like most of them work like a lot of the times they're like slaves and stuff, and they have really crappy jobs. But two of the most prominent imps we know, like Blitz has a successful like business, and then all the other imps that are part of it, and then like Verosica is like a famous pop star that's like supposedly rich. Like I don't know, it's just kind of confusing how that exactly works. Like, how powerful are the Goishas? Apparently they're supposed to be like the second most powerful compared to the Sins, but like then Andrelphis can just get beat up to like a pulp easily. Like, okay. Sinners are allowed to. It's the other way around. It's the sinners are restrained to the Wrath Ring, while Hellborn citizens can go anywhere in Hell. It's an exception to the rule, yeah, but like those are like some of the most prominent imps that we know. We don't see any imps like really struggle. I don't know. I just think that how the class works and where exactly everyone ranks is kind of confusing. And that's also another thing, the fact that like it's never expanded upon exactly why sinners are restrained to the Wrath Ring. Because I feel like if you open that up, that would immediately get rid of, you know, the overpopulation problem. And considering that Hell was made, like in the show's lore, to be a place that keeps sinners, why is it restrained to wrath? Like, I don't understand that. I don't even think you'd really know unless you're like, you know, the behind the scenes stuff, that sinners are restrained to wrath. Unless I'm mistaken, I don't believe they ever actually mention it in the show. I think that's strictly a behind the scenes thing. Yeah, Blitz suffers from. Yeah, here's the thing about that though. They refuse to address it because they don't want to make Stolas look bad. Like, Blitz will have an entire rant, like, just straight up, like, in, like, Full Moon, where he's completely in the right, calling out Stolas. But then Stolas starts to cry, and he's like, but I love you! And then we're supposed to feel bad for Stolas? Like, bro, you're having a little baby, like, you're crying and making it all about yourself when Blitz is calling you out on all the stuff that you've been doing to him for the past, like, what, few years, months? I don't know. Then like immediately they just move on and forget that Blitz had that entire rant where he was like calling out Blitz, calling out Stolas and all the bullshit he's been putting him through. Because they have to rush to get the Yaoi scene in, I guess. Like, ugh. After Full Moon, Blitz like gets a lobotomy and completely forgets about like his feelings towards the higher class. He's just like, oh, actually, I love you, Stolas. Yay. The fact that he's dramatically like, you're my heart, bro, get for real. He wants to turn it into his own hell. Yeah. Well, Satan's definitely power tripping. I don't know, I think I have to rewatch that episode. I don't remember much of Satan. The Amazon money brainwash. They're like, Stolas is too profitable. We can't make it a little bit too complex or like address the class issues too closely. We have to pump out our yaoi slop for the merch. still stand by the fact that I don't think Stolitz should be endgame, but there's no way that it's not gonna be endgame, bro. There's no way. No way in hell. Pun very much intended. I want to give them little paws. Hold on. Helvaboss fans deserve to be baited out of the relationship out of pure spite. When did I first find Helliverse? I don't remember exactly. I've been well, I've been following it since like before the pilot, like pre-pilot. I discovered VivziePop initially from her Die Young music video, and then I was following Hazbin Hotel and stuff like way before the official show came out, or even the official pilot came out. I wasn't following her like super closely. Like I would follow her on YouTube pretty much. That was it. I didn't like follow any of her social media closely or anything like that. Oh my gosh, my pen keeps stopping working. Hold on. So I'm like an OG Hazbin Hotel fan, basically. Fucked up what's happening on Twitter, yeah. I keep saying I want to move from there, but I probably never am. It's probably gonna remain my main social media. This song sucks, hold on. I'm sorry, Machine Girl. I mean, it's all just like the same, like mashup hyperpop stuff. I don't care. Like all the AI stuff they're enforcing, ugh. Should be able to opt out of it, I'm so tired. I feel like I'd like Instagram more, but like Instagram is like super toxic and hateful. I just don't like the way that it forces you can't post multiple pictures in one thing that have multiple different aspects. That drives me crazy. I feel like it constantly lowers the like quality. You can't actually download any of the images. A lot of things about Instagram drive me nuts. Probably where I like consistent mainly Instagram Reels is mainly live leak streams. That's insane. I have not stumbled upon that part yet. I mostly just get seal videos and furry content on there. Instagram is definitely where I consistently get the most hate comments because people just hate everything on there. Like TikTok and Instagram is just where everyone is miserable all the time and they have to make it everyone's issue. Imagine if Toby Fox died tomorrow, I'd be very sad if that happened. That's your first main concern? That's the first thing that pops to your mind? Fangamer would lose 20% of its revenue? Oh man, what if Toby Fox died? Man, Gamer would lose a lot of money. Not like, oh, it's really sad that this young man died on like the peak of his career, and like we'll never really get to see Deltarune be finished and see his full vision for it. Nah, it's fucked up how Fangamer won't make any money. A lot of people would be at risk. That's true. I just think it's funny. That's the first thing you bring out. What if that pen stop working? Stop. He's going to hell? He's going to the Has-Been Hotel. Fucked up. I don't think I like the expression Paintbrush is making. Hold on, I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Current Friday Night Funkin' drama is also really funny. They dropped a new like collab, and people are really upset by it because they're like, okay, you've been promising us week 8 for like the past like year at this point, and it didn't happen, and we didn't get a single like significant update in 2025. I'm like, I don't know. I think people are making it a bigger deal than it is. They're still actively working on the game. They just had an opportunity to work with like a, because the K-pop, I don't know anything about K-pop. Sorry, the BTS X star was the one that approached them first, and it's like, I don't know. If I was in their shoes, I definitely wouldn't put down that opportunity. Like, okay, I'm never gonna get this chance again. I still think it's kind of annoying though. It isn't related to the main game, it's just something they did for fun. I don't know. Peak art, by the way, thank you. Drawing funny paintbrush right now. They get an overhaul and it's dropping soon. We will see. I'll believe it when I see it. Last thing I heard from Friday Night Funkin' besides that was the Cassandra leak. I mean, yeah, the fact that they're basically reworking the entire game, like completely redoing the UI. Like, no wonder it's taking so long. God forbid they do a little collab with a really big artist that they got the opportunity to do. People are acting like, oh my god, the Kickstarter was a scam. Like, you can't even fathom how huge the project has become with all of the Kickstarter goals being unlocked, bro. Oh, sorry, I thought you meant like they were doing a massive overhaul on Friday Night Funkin'. I don't know anything about Terra Calamity, sorry. I've never heard of that before. me paintbrush, yay! It's been in the making for 3 years. So it's been in production for less time than Friday Night Funkin' has been. Calamity mod. I'm gonna be honest. I'm still not familiar with what you're talking about. I played Terraria for like a month as a kid, and then I never touched it again. And I didn't really understand how the game worked. I would just mine for a long time and then get bored. Just like with Minecraft. I would enjoy creative mode where you could just make a bunch of stuff, but I never liked Minecraft like as just like in its regular mode where you just go around and collect stuff. I just get bored really quickly. All I do is mine for like a couple hours and then call it a day. Paintbrush. Am I using the paintbrush tool to draw paintbrush? I'm using the pen tool. The program I use is Clip Studio Paint. The brush that I'm using right now is from the Clip Studio Paint store. It's called Fluffy Chalk. I don't know. I'm not familiar with other programs, so I wouldn't be able to recommend an alternative, but it's just kind of like, if you zoom in, like this chunky kind of brush. I like the texture it gives it. I get to do big, thick line art because I don't like doing thin line art. And I can also just be messy with the line art because I like the look of it. You know, just chalky, like as the name of the brush implies. Probably just gonna try and finish this illustration and then end the stream. I'm just chilling. I didn't really have any big plans for this. I want to do more streams again. The next stream I want to do, what if I had big meaty claws? My claws would be big and meaty. I accidentally closed out of Clip Studio Paint. Shoot, I wanted to stream, what is it? Survive Survive 4 Days in like a Wasteland or whatever. Because I love that game and I've beat it multiple times, but it's been a while since I've played it. And I think that would be a really fun one to stream. What if I was a crab? I'd be very crabby. Do you have any plans for... you mean idyllic my idyllic iridescence, my comic, yes. It's kind of just on hold right now. I don't know. I have the second chapter written out, but I've been struggling to get the motivation back to go full force into the project at the moment. It's kind of on the back burner while I'm working on my Light Brush fan comic. I do want to, like, work on my idyllic iridescence eventually again, though. Because I'm still passionate about the characters and I care about the story. I just struggle finding motivation, like I said before. I'll be putting it off. I appreciate asking about it, though. No, I know you're not, like, pressuring me to do anything like that, but I appreciate people asking about it. I like when people ask about my original content and stuff like that. It makes me happy. Why don't I survive 5 nights? I've survived quite a few nights considering the fact that I'm 22 years old. I think that's a lot of nights I survived. That's gotta be like at least 5. About 6 or 7 nights, you know. Sorry. Everyone just starts pelting rocks and eggs at me. It's okay, I deserve it. I love your Sona. Thank you. She's brand new. This is my first time showing off my showing off the new PNG tuber and stuff. I have I'm not ending the stream yet, but I have a new starting and ending screen here. And I'm proud of how it turned out. I think it is really cute. Hold on, the tail moves. You gotta, yeah, there we go. There we go. I have all the plushies there. Some of these plushies I actually own, but some of them I don't. You can guess which is which. I want to do more art for her as well, but I haven't gotten to that yet. 6, 7. I'm such a fat fucking shut. Draw the flames a little back. I'm drawing like the flames for the fire right now. If you can't tell, I don't know. Y'all just ever have like the most random dreams about things you haven't thought about in like years? I had a dream last night about Turbo, as in like the DreamWorks snail movie about the snail that goes fast. I haven't thought about that movie nor the show in years. But I just had a dream about it last night. Nothing really interesting happened in the dream. It's just I dreamed that there was an extended like after credits scene, and like they announced a sequel and stuff. That's all I remember from the dream. But I'm like, why does my brain conjure up the most like niche like childhood memories? But now I'm thinking like, dude, I should rewatch like the series. Turbo from Wreck-It Ralph. I would love to dream about Turbo Wreck-It Ralph. My brain never like dreams of anything cool or interesting. It's like, remember GarageBand that you watched like 3 times when you were like 7 years old? Yeah, that's what your dream's gonna be about. You mentioned that, you got a small uptick in your throat. The epic saga of Turbo. I want to rewatch the show because like I actually really like the art style. I remember I watched like the first 2 episodes, but then they removed it off of Netflix, so now I have to go and like pirate it somewhere because it's not available to watch anywhere legally anymore. Actually, it might be legal on YouTube, but like, do I really want to pay for the Turbo Fast like Netflix show series? Do I really? But I think the art style is really cute from what I remember. A lot of the character designs are really cute. Like for a Netflix sorry, for like a DreamWorks show, especially for Netflix's first ever like a cartoon that's like original and produced by them. I'm fond of the art style of Turbo Fast. I don't remember if it's any good or not. Probably not. It went on for like 3 seasons. Sir, I just looked up Turbo Fast. I just want to look at it again. Yeah, no, I can stand by that. I still find the art style appealing. All I remember about Turbo Fast that there's this one episode where for some reason Chaz, like the brother snail, eats a bunch of bananas. And like for some reason when I was watching that, I went into like this hypnotic state where I was like, banana. And I walked into my kitchen and I ate like an entire bunch of bananas in one sitting, and then I threw up. That's like the only thing I remember about the Turbo Fast series. I ate a bunch of bananas because of it, and then I threw up. No, I didn't get my autism diagnosis until adulthood. Fiction fiction doesn't reflect reality. Then why did I eat a bunch of bananas until I threw up? Why did I do that? Am I Donkey Kong? No. I'm Chet from Turbo Fast, apparently. I ate a bunch of bananas. The show just made the bananas look really fucking good, and then I started to really crave bananas, so I ate an entire bunch of bananas in one sitting. Bananas are not a good food. Like, don't eat a bunch of bananas. That'll mess your guts up. Yo, huge tip from me, if you're ever on like a road trip or something, never eat a banana. Never pack a banana as like an on-the-road snack. I did that one time and I genuinely thought I was gonna throw up anywhere. It's like mush in your gut. It makes you so nauseous. Never eat a banana on a road trip. That's Jen's daily advice to you. Take that. Keep it in your back pocket. It's important. Other fruits are fine. I mean, everyone's stomachs are different, so I can't speak for everyone, but in my experience, I would say grapes are a good option. Bring a little cooler bag and like a big thing of grapes. Those are good on-the-road snacks. If you're looking for something more healthy and not just like chips and stuff. Just avoid bananas like the plague. Trust me. Trust me on this one. I still like bananas, but like, I wouldn't eat a whole bunch of them anymore until I threw up. When I watch the SpongeBob Caveman episode, it makes me really hungry. Oh, true, true. Dude, why is food in anime so good? Chris, get the banana. Chris, get the banana. Anyway, yes, I have watched SpongeBob the musical. I believe my town's actually having like a locally run I think it's done by like youths, but like a locally run SpongeBob musical play happening soon. I've been seeing it like on ads and stuff by like a youth group. Not a not a youth group. I don't know, by like a young. It isn't Christian. That's what I'm trying to say. You would pack a sandwich? Yeah, that's good advice. Or you could like order if you like cold pizza. Like don't do it obviously if you don't like cold pizza and you only eat it hot. But like you just order a big pizza, and then like, especially if you have multiple people in the car, that's a good thing to share. Just like a thing of cold pizza. Bring some potato salad to share in the car. What would be the worst food to have? Mashed potatoes just by the handful. Tuna. Oh god, like a tuna sandwich. Oh my god. In like a hot car. That would be terrible. And then when you actually eat it, someone's got the tuna farts and you're stuck in a car. Never do that either. That's a no-go. Yay, I'm to the coloring part. I don't like doing, well, I have mixed feelings on line art. Sometimes I hate it, sometimes I enjoy it when I just get to like, so I can get like really into it and it feels kind of like zen, kind of therapeutic, whatever the word is. Yo, Different McCallion mentioned, go to my Oscar artist, so peak, thank you! Sometimes I feel like that whenever I'm drawing fan art because of my style and how I make them so, like that. I don't know how to describe it. They're very stylized, and I give them a bunch of like weird little headcanons. Sometimes I feel like it's that one image of Miphone, like the TikTok edit where he's got like facial hair and like ears and like hair and like fluff. I feel like that sometimes when I'm drawing the object show art style. Not art style. I mean like drawing object show fan art. Embarrassing, but when I was younger, my sibling would order pizza and not finish it and have to throw it away, and I dig through the trash to get leftovers. That's real, though. I was definitely a gremlin child like that. I would definitely go, like... I wouldn't go digging in the trash. If I saw someone throw something away, like, on top of the trash and it wasn't dirty, I would eat it. Not a lot. I shouldn't say that like it's an everyday occurrence. I did it, like, once or twice, because, like... One time someone threw away a bunch of gumballs, and I was like, what the hell? I want gumballs, so I just kind of took them from the trash. I'm like, those are perfectly good gumballs. What are you throwing those away for? I'll take those. Yeah, exactly. I'm not, like, digging through with, like, a raccoon. And, like, with all, like, the garbage juice on it. I get it at the top. A lot of people still do that to save money, because a lot of grocery stores just throw away perfectly good food just because it's past its sell-by date, even though it's not expired yet. I mean, low-key thinking about getting into, like, trash... What do you call it? Not trash, trash diving? I don't know. I've been low-key thinking about getting into it. Not for food, especially, but, like... Maybe, like, just check behind, like, a Sephora. Because a lot of the time they throw away perfectly good candles. Like... Maybe I sound insane right now. I don't know. Dumpster diving. Yeah, that's it. Trash diving, whatever. I know a lot of those stupid TikTok videos are fake, where they're like, I found a perfectly in-use switch. And it's like, no, you fucking didn't. But you can find some decent stuff in there, like... Honestly, dumpster diving is underrated. More people should start dumpster diving. I have never dumpster dived in my life. Big disclaimer. I'm a sucker for free stuff, man. And if I can get something that's like decent quality, or I can like fix it, and it's not like gross. I mean, it is. Arguably, it's inherently gross since it was in the trash, but you know what I mean, you know. Everyone start dumpster diving now! 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 I think their teeth yellow like their hair. Damn, bitch, brush your teeth, goddamn! Just give them like a cyan bright blue tongue like that one artist I forgot the name of. Who's that one object show artist? Panky? Yeah, they do like I like their style. They do like bright like cyan tongues and stuff. I like the way they draw objects. Burning spice oddies, that's crazy. To like get better color palettes and stuff, dude. I feel like I struggle with them. Oh well. Yo, I should play. Sorry, this song's just reminding me of a needy streamer Overload. I wonder if that would be a good game to stream. That could be fun. I only played that game and like beat it to its entirety like one time. But I think that could be a fun one to stream. I have a friend who's really into that game and she has like a bunch of merch from it. And, like, I really like the character designs and stuff. Okay, yeah. Maybe make all of them like different colors. I think that's cute. All of the like, what do you call it? The little shine on their head. I don't know what you would call that. The metal shine. And I make it all, okay. I'm cooking now, I think, maybe. It would be a good game to stream, yeah. I put that one on my list. I want to do Needy Streamer Overload. I'd like to do, Survive 4 Days in a Wasteland or whatever, because I absolutely adore that game. And I haven't played it in a while, so it would be fun to replay it again. Cubism is actually about the character for NSO? Bald spot. Yeah, that's their bald spot. I think if Paintbrush found out they were going bald and they couldn't really do anything about it because they can't reset and their bristles don't grow, hypothetically, they would, like, have a mental breakdown. They're like, no, my one defining characteristic! God! I can't focus on being on the safety team right now. I'm worried about the safety of my hairline. I almost made an animation meme to this song with Leafy from BFDI, but then I realized that would be cringe and I scrapped the project. Oh, okay, Cubism is about the character from Needy Streamer Overload. Okay, no, sorry, I've never seen it abbreviated like that before. Cool. I did not know that. I really like the art style and the aesthetic of that game, even though the people who have profile pictures from that game are like the most toxic assholes on the planet, but that's okay. I'm not gonna judge a book by its fans' profile pictures. I don't know what I'm doing with Paintbrush's shirt here. Do a little bit of like, I've been really into gradients lately with my art. I've been getting into gradients. There's a glitch version of the song called Cubism. I only really know the song from like the different animations people make of it, but I might check that out. That sounds cool. I don't know. Okay, yeah, sure, they're wearing like a little tie-dye shirt here. I think that works. Whoops. You know the reason why I've been getting into gradients? It's literally just because of all of that inanimate insanity, like Has-Been Hotel AU fan art I was doing. I wanted to make it kind of close to... It's obviously not that close to the Viv's pop art style, but I wanted to mimic a lot of the design elements. And Vivzy uses a lot of gradients in her character designs. And now I'm just really into using gradients for my characters. I'm gonna do more Has-Been Hell if I rewrites, maybe. I don't know. I was planning to do one for Luna for a while, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna be doing any more video essay style videos about Has-Been. Maybe, I don't know, I'll see. At the very least, not until I get a microphone. Hello, everyone! How are you? Fine, thank you. Oh my god! Ooh, what if I do like a... Ooh, okay, wait, I might be cooking, hold on. And I do like a gradient in their bristles here. Fan AU is so cool. Thank you. I'm not even really a big fan of the AU either. I mean, sorry, of Hazbin Hotel or anything either. I mean, that's not true. I'm basically a fan. I'm not gonna hold myself. I have a lot of mixed feelings on it. I have a love-hate relationship with it. But I find making character designs for it very fun because I like the art style and Vivzi's character design philosophy. I find it very fun to do. Let me pull up all of the designs I did actually. I want to show them off. All of the funny little, because I made like 12 more. Having this on the back while you doodle, hell yeah. I love having little videos and streams on the background while I draw stuff. In a situationship with Hazbin Hotel. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Okay, let me grab all the designs I did. I want to show them off and explain some of the lore really badly. I don't have anyone to talk to this about. It's too niche. Dang it, where is it? I forgot what I saved the file as. Hold on. People who say that, like, oh my god, like, Vivzi's... Okay, listen. Art is in... Beauty of art, whatever, to the eye of the beholder. Don't say, okay, I'm gonna kiss Mace's Tude with Hazbin Hotel. It's more like... a kiss Mace's Tude switching to, like, a Morel ship. I have a homestuck situationship. Hold on, I got it, I found it. I got all the funny guys, yes! I have like all this lore in my head that I planned for them that's probably never gonna be publicized. But I still like the designs I did. Giving Bo black eyes might imply that she's a cannibal. It's not intentional, she's not supposed to be a cannibal in this AU. Very important to mention, she's the overlord of chairs. In this AU, she's the overlord of chairs, and I think that's really cool. Teddy, Apple, and Marshmallow are both winners specifically. My boy, Knife, Microphone, and Taco. I was really struggling with Taco's design. You were the one who suggested Microphone on Twitter. Yay! I was really struggling with Taco's design because I didn't want to just give her a fucking taco for her head, so now she's just kind of like a human with taco elements. I don't exactly know why she would have taco elements and what that would entail. Did she like die choking on a taco? I don't know. Sorry, you're good. People make fun of Vivzi's art style. I'm like, it's okay if you don't like the art style, but to say that it's objectively bad just isn't true. Like, come on. Anyway, I got Suitcase. I made her a little bunny. I don't know if you can tell, but she doesn't have any arms. They just hang down like her little sleeves. Maybe she uses her wings as like little hands. I don't know. I would have had to make the wings bigger for that, but whatever. There's a fan, test tube, and then bought these ones I showed on my channel before, so I made funny animations. Thought who had big eyelashes? Oh yeah. No, her eyes are completely black. She has big eyelashes, but like her eyes aren't supposed to be closed. They're open. They're just completely black. I wanted to make it like a dark gray, but the way that Viv does black eyes in the show, like I based her eyes off of Rosie, and Rosie has completely black eyes. So yeah, there we go. And then hold on. Fan, test tube. Test tube was probably my favorite out of all the ones I did. Funny enough, she's like the first one I did. I really love her bubble braids that I did, and her little lava lamps like torso. She's awesome and cool, I think. We got OJ and paper. Wait, hold on. YouTube paused. No, keep going. Keep playing the music. Okay, yeah. Anyway, light bulb, paintbrush, and then silver spoon. And I wasn't gonna do them originally, but then I remembered that, I don't know what they're called, Leviathan, creatures, where they're like these little, like, candle goat thingies. And I'm like, that would be perfect for Candle! I have to do it! And I got, like, possessed by a demon. Anyway. Oh my god, that's my light brush fan book, don't look at that. Well, I should have earlier in the stream, it doesn't fucking matter. You don't have to like Hazbin Hotel to like certain elements of like the design philosophy and stuff. What am I doing for their hair here? Like a fade into green, maybe? If my pen would work. That fucking dog that I hate. What's no? Don't be mean to light bulb. I love light bulb. I don't know if I like the gradient in the hair or not. Hold on. I'm gonna make the back of their hair like. I don't know if I like that actually. Get rid of that. Go away. Make the colors more vibrant. Oh, I forgot. Wait, I forgot their hair over here. Whoops. I totally forgot that I drew another paintbrush in the corner. Hold on, hold on. You're way too hyperfixated on SpongeBob the Musical. Hell yeah. I like SpongeBob the Musical. One time I listened to the entire album while I had a breakdown. That was fun. It's good breakdown music. It's funny when you're just having like an emotional breakdown and you just put on the goofiest ass music on the background. And then in retrospect, you're just like, what the fuck? Hold on, I gotta do the little pin here. Oh, but I don't have any white in the drum. Well, it's fine. I can have a little bit of white. With Dandy's World. I don't know anything about Dandy's World. I had a couple of buds who are really obsessed with it, but I've tried to get into it, but I find the gameplay extremely boring. I also just don't like the art style in general. No hate if you like Dandy's World. I think some of them are kind of cool. I just don't like the It feels like the embodiment of quote-unquote Cal art style. Which, like, I don't even dislike the Cal art style, quote-unquote, but I don't like it. They all have the same face. It drives me crazy. We're having a breakdown. You put up "Lift Your Head Up" by Bloodhood Gang. I don't know that song, but that band's name is kind of silly. work to do. Hold on. SpongeBob, big guy, pants okay. Sit down. Oh, I hate when that happens. When you're drawing and you're like, drawing tablet just evaporates into thin air. It happens to me all the time, especially because I've gotten into a really bad habit of drawing on my bed. Which, like, it isn't good to be sitting on my bed all the time. I need to sit on my desk more. But, but because of that, I'll just lose all my stuff sometimes. I'm like, God. I don't know where my pen went. It, like, evaporates. Okay, no, originally this was supposed to be like a piece of their hair, but I think I really don't like how that looks, so get rid of that. I'm gonna turn it into fire. You're in the dark, so it blends. Oh. The song is kind of like that one Bo Burnham song about suicide. I might listen to them, I don't know. You draw on your phone? Oh, I've been there. I've been there. My art is genuinely so awesome to look at. Thank you. I appreciate that. I've been experimenting more with more vibrant colors and stuff. Like I'm doing here. Again, I want to get better. I said this earlier, but I want to get better at like color palettes and stuff because I feel like I really struggle with color theory. I want to get better at that. Which I feel like with my new Sona here, with Funny Jen, I do like her new, like compared to Axel, I like her design a lot more. I feel like, not that Axel had a bad design, but it was just very like vibrant and like clashy and all these rainbow colors. There wasn't really a consistent palette other than like pink kind of. Um, while Jen here is more just like a lot of like blues with some pops of pink, which I like a lot more. It's cooler and a lot more. It's less harsh on the eyes, I guess, to be looking at constantly because you know it's I use it for streams. Um, so I wanted to use like cooler colors. Just the fact that I was the seal. She was originally gonna be like a bright neon pink because I wanted to base her off of cream soda, but I changed that because I thought it'll look bad. Your art has affected me in the best way possible. Aw, thank you. Makes me happy to hear. I remember seeing you on TikTok. I use TikTok. I don't. My name is Milk Webkins, though. It's not. I don't really credit myself anywhere because it's just. I just post whatever there. I don't want it to be on my portfolio or anything like that. I don't like TikTok that much. I'm trying to use it less. But I post my art there sometimes. Most of the time, it's just random bullshit, though. People have been talking about how 2016 is like is supposed to be sorry, 2026 is supposed to be the 2016 like resurgence, which they do that every year. But I think it would be fun to do some animation memes with like the old like 2016 art style people had. I want to do that eventually. Once I get motivated to do it. Oh my god! There's no way this song just auto played, bro. No way. I swear I never said again, but my face is turning red. Anyway. Yay, okay, what sodas do I like? I feel like I've been drinking a lot of soda lately. Usually my go-to is like Dr. Pepper, or like, I like Mountain Dew, but I try not to get it very often because it's not good for you. It's so much sugar. I don't know. That's pretty much it, I suppose. I'm down to drink most sodas, honestly. Dr. Pepper's my go-to. Yeah, back in 2022, when you find a Plush Part comic, aw. Oh, what's Plush Part? Don't ask. Dog pressing finger to mouth emoji, those who know. What am I... Hold on, I'm trying to comprehend what I'm looking at here. Sometimes I don't even... I'll draw something and I'm like, well, what the fuck was I trying to do? Maybe I should use a less harsh yellow. Or alternatively... Yeah. Yeah, that's better. That like bright neon yellow is too much for the background. I've been drinking a lot of hot chocolate lately. I really like hot chocolate. And also just it's like, you know, Canadian winter, so it's really cold. And I like to have a nice warm drink. Those who know. God, this one white on the pin is driving me crazy. Hold on, I gotta like... I don't know if that silver is a non-binary pin, but whatever. Michael Kovac won the lottery and is retiring from voice work. I don't know if I believe that. Voice work. That is not a vibrant enough of it. No, but like from a distance you can't tell. Up close you can, but I need it to be a bit of a lighter color, otherwise it just blends together and you can't tell what you're looking at. Now to determine the... Oh, fuck, wait, I forgot a little bit of yellow. Boop. My friend is playing Half Sword demo. Get out! You're covering my Clip Studio Paint thingy. I want to do something like that, or maybe like a black. No, not a black, that's way too much. Maybe I just do the bright yellow there? Yeah, I'll leave that for now. Let me make their outlines thicker. What is this little thing? Get rid of that. Oh, I'm drawing on the wrong layer. Oh my goodness. Good thing I noticed that one line, or else I'd be drawing on the wrong layer. I just want to make the actual outlines of their body thicker, that way it stands out from the background a bit more. What would Hazel and Willow's ship name? Oh, you want to make a ship edit of them? Oh, if you do that, tag me. That makes me so happy. I have not thought of their ship name. trying to think. Those names don't really work to like bash together. Hazelo. No. Will Hayes. I don't know. SpongeBob Giga. I'm not. I don't know what their ship name would be. Just Willow Hazel or something? I don't know. You can just make it up. You can be whatever your heart desires. I don't have an official ship name for them. Yeah, that's already a lot better. Just having them stand out from the background a bit more. I love doing thick, chunky, messy line art. Fuck smooth, like, professional line art. That's stupid. It's cringe. Clean smoker. Willow is absolutely a stoner. That's kind of, she's the kind of girl who just like during I mean yeah, in like high school those like stoner kids who like would just sit I almost said recess at lunch would just like go outside and just smoke like weed on like the field. I'm kind of insecure about writing Willow honestly because like Willow I don't know the first thing about marijuana. I've never smoked marijuana in my entire life, and I'm worried that I'm gonna mess something up because I don't know the proper terms and stuff. I'm gonna sound like a boomer. I have to do more research on weed, weed terminology and stuff. Otherwise, I'm gonna mess up, and people are gonna laugh at me. I should just ask my friends. My friends smoke a lot. I don't ever. Because of Willow's looks. No, she like Willow like reeks of weed. she she isn't exactly like not a cleansely person. She just smokes a lot of marijuana, and that's a smell that's hard to get rid of. Like you can tell, marijuana has a very prominent smell. You'd be able a very distinct smell that you'd be able to tell. It wasn't just because of what Willow looks like. It's kind of the opposite actually. Willow or sorry, Hazel is like extremely fascinated by Willow's like appearance and what she looks like, and just like her having like pure white like pristine fur because you know she's a domesticated like lop rabbit, so like she has naturally white fur. Um, it's just the smell that threw Willow or sorry through mixing up my own characters. Dang it! It threw Hazel off. You're just like, oh my god. This rabbit stinks of poo. No, that's totally fine if you couldn't tell the subtext. I'm not hating or anything. I just wanted to clarify. Which of my OCs would eat the most egg salad? I don't know. Probably just Willow because I'm thinking of her right now. Hazel would never be 5 inches within egg salad. That's way too messy. She would like crash out if someone like sat next to her with egg salad. No, get MSI. I don't want to listen to MSI. Why? Get out. A bunch of like hyper pop, like niche artists, and then it hits me with MSI out of nowhere. YouTube's mix system be crazy. Hazel egg salad bullying. She would genuinely like punch you out. You want to make a swap AU? Yeah, go ahead. I'm totally fine with like AUs of any sorts. I'm always enthusiastic about people who want to create fan content of any kind. My only boundaries would be I just don't like NSFW of my characters. But otherwise, I don't. I'm pretty open to most things. Got food? Yummy! What do you have to eat? I need to eat, honestly. I'm gonna eat, like, well, it's like 4 p.m. right now. I'm gonna eat dinner after I finish this stream. What would Hazel do if someone came up to her and said, I'm telling on you? Um... they're in high school. They're all 18. They're like high school seniors. So they're on their last year of high school. Grade 12. In, because it takes place in Canada. Takes place in my hometown, Kelowna, to be specific. Fries and chicken fingers. Ooh, I had that last night, actually. I love that's just my safe food pretty much. So I just be eating a lot of chicken and fries, just like pop them in the air fryer. Yummy. So yeah, they're like high school. Yeah. What was okay? What would Hazel do if someone said I'm telling on you? I don't. She might like tweak out a little bit and think someone's referring to like, oh my god, they're gonna know I'm not a natural blonde, quote unquote, which is like the equivalent of her constantly bleaching all of her fur, I suppose. That would be like the human equivalent, just bleaching all your hair blonde. Even though it's like, Hazel, you're a hair, everyone knows that you're not naturally, like, you don't have naturally pure white fur all the time. You're a hair. Which one would fuck with pineapples on pizza? I feel like Willow wouldn't be picky with food. She'd like scarf down just about anything. Although she is a rabbit, so it would have to be. I mean, I don't know. Since they're rabbits, they would be vegetarian, but I think they would be. They wouldn't be vegan. They'd just be vegetarian. Like they'd eat eggs and stuff, but they wouldn't eat meat. With within like yeah within the idyllic iridescence lore. There's only two anthropomorphic species, which is like legomorphs, like rabbits, hares, that kind of thing. Would they eat cheese? Yeah, they'd eat cheese. So like regular like animals, just besides rabbits and would exist within this world. Like people have pet cats and stuff. Being on my server since you were 12? You shouldn't have been, but that's okay. You're turning 17 this year. That's awesome. You shouldn't have been on Discord at age 12. I won't write on you for that, but that is against my server's rules. But it's not like I can harp on you now. It's been years. Yeah, no, it's really cool to think that people have been following me for that long, though. I appreciate your support and like following all my projects and stuff. That makes me happy. Where what I was talking about? Oh yeah, my idyllic iridescence lore. Anyway, oh my goodness, my brain is so tiny. I got crazy ADHD. I like talk about one thing and my brain just like completely short circuits and I completely forget about what I was talking about. Yeah. So there's only two species. It's dogs and or specifically canines and legomorphs. Which rabbits are only ever AFAB and dogs are only ever AMAB. Very rarely. Like, there aren't, like, cross species between rabbits and dogs. Very rarely, like, they might, carry over, like, maybe, like, a pattern from their parent of the opposite sex. But, they're never, like, a full-on, like, hybrid, if that makes sense. They're either just rabbit or canine. Rabbits will not have, like, sharp teeth. Or, like, a canine will not be vegan. Main meat equivalent bugs. Yeah, but rabbits don't within ideal like they don't really eat meat or like so they wouldn't really need a bug or a meat alternative. It's only the canines that eat meat. And they just eat regular meat, so I mean, I'm sure some cultures within that universe would eat bugs, but like usually it's not like a common byproduct within that universe. Usually they just eat like cheese and stuff, other proteins that just you would find just in the real world. Beetle steak. Yo, that like beetle thing from like I don't know what it was, but like the beetle food that they were eating in like the Emperor's New Groove. Oh my god. Oh, I would mess that up. It looks so good. It's supposed to be gross, but it's like a big roly-poly and they like tap it open and it's got like these big guts that look like mashed potatoes. But it looks so good in that movie. I want to eat those bugs. I want to eat the big Emperor's New Groove roly-poly. It looks so good. Yeah, it was like a big roly-poly. Boil them close. Is that an actual thing in real life? Like, can you, like, have, like, a mini version of that? Or is that purely a creation of, like... Well, I don't think it would be a real thing, but there might be a real-life, like, equivalent. That's why they open them for serving them. Get crushed for dyes, yeah. Interesting, I did not know that. Red dye for lipstick is a species of roly-poly? Oh. Did not know that. That's why I don't use lipstick. I mean, I have like whales and like roly-polies. I'm joking. Dang it. Will my pen work pretty please? If you hear tapping, that's what I'm doing. I have to like tap my pen on the table because it just randomly stops working. The real reason why I almost never use lipstick is just because I find it annoying. I have a habit of like licking my lips and stuff, and like I don't like having to be super careful when I eat. Like my lipstick just comes off immediately, so I don't see the point. I don't want to get like the high quality expensive lipstick at like, oh, it stays on your lips. Like, no, it's annoying. Well, it's not annoying, it's just expensive. Like I don't like lipstick enough to get that, and otherwise it just comes off immediately, pretty much. And I don't want to keep reapplying it. It's annoying. Other people are like, oh, the bugs in Lion King made me eat bugs. No, I'm different. I'm not like other girls. I wanted to eat the bugs from the Emperor's New Groove. It looks like actual food. Yeah, it's a good point. And the bugs in the Lion King are just straight up bugs. I will say they did make it look really tasty in the Lion King too, though. Never liked the bugs in Lion King. There. It's prepared food from bugs, exactly. It's different. I wish most bugs had. I don't think I've ever eaten a bug intentionally in my entire life. Not even like those like novelty like scorpion lollipops. I'm okay. I had a friend, not a friend even. No, this guy like bullied me. When I was like in elementary school, there was this bus at like my bus stop to school. There used to be this kid who would just eat ants off the floor, and he used to say that it was like spicy, and he would like brag about eating the ants. Like no one was impressed. I don't know why he was like bragging because no one thought it was like cool. Everyone was just kind of like, ew. Why are you eating ants off the floor? It's gross. They are. You're just eating bugs. I mean, if you want to eat bugs, go ahead. They're perfectly edible. They were spraying him with attack hormones. That's why they're spicy. That makes sense, actually. I've never looked up why ants are spicy, mainly because I don't want that in my Google search history. Saw it on Full Metal Alchemist. Oh, okay. Is that not actually a real thing? Is that just an anime? I don't know. This is the scene I saw. Well, I'm sure there. I don't think he'd lie about them being. Well, he could just lie about it being spicy, considering he was eating ants for attention. But you know this from like personal experience. Are you eating ants as well? Aw, I love Pumpkin, Hazel, Willow, all the characters. Yay! There's gonna be more introduced in the next chapter, whenever the hell that comes out. Again, it is kind of just on hiatus right now. I'll get to it eventually. I just have a bunch of. I have my stupid Lightbrush comic that I wanted to finish first. Like I said, I have the entirety of chapter 1 like sketched out. I just have to like actually put it into like paper production. I'm bad at committing. One crawled on your sandwich when you weren't looking. I don't know if I believe you. You're just talking about like eating grubs and stuff. I'm joking, I swear. I keep forgetting about this little corner paintbrush. I didn't do their line art yet. Hold on. Bullying you. I'm a bully. I'm a big bully. My iconic personality trait of being a big bully. Maybe I should have done the like black outline line art after I did this, but whatever. Yeah, I know you're a big bully. I'm not sure. Hey. It's crazy, nah. I slapped my big seal belly. Whoa, 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 whoa. Lois, this is not my Batman cup. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I'm almost done. Getting there. Still captivating me with those eyes. My big wiggly boba eyes. Is it really worth it? People's non-binary, she, they, bunny. Ah, it's cute. I like seeing little headcanons for my characters. There is a canonical reason why she doesn't like the smell outside of just like her being having a bit of a phobia when it comes to like germs. Um, it isn't asthma. If you want to headcanon her with asthma, go ahead. But it's not because of asthma. It's for other spoiler related reasons. They're big old lesbians that get married in the future. Maybe. Maybe they get married. Spell of internalized homophobia. That's not a spell, that's just canon. No spell required, that's just canon. Hold on. Spell of Compet. Waves Fairy Wand. Stop giving your characters eye bags. Don't tell me, well, it's not my character. Whatever. Stop drawing all the characters with eye bags. Shut up. I do what I want. I just realized I drew their eyelashes different. Whatever, they've got like crazy mascara going on right now. Some crazy ass eyeliner. Me when I put on the eyeliner that defies logic and floats off my face. Okay, yeah, I'd say almost done. I love you, Funny Baxter. Yay! There is a canonically trans character in My Idyllic Iridescence, and he's getting introduced next chapter whenever that comes out. But he is Pumpkin's boyfriend. He's just a funny little. He's like a funny lop rabbit who has a little goat like scraggly goatee, and he's like a he's just a little hipster. I love him. HRT that turns you into a dog. Yeah, let's only give their legs some definition, and I think this is pretty much done. Fucked up if that's how it worked in the real world. I could see like gender affirming care within Idyllic being like wearing like false canines and stuff like that, or like getting like little teeth implants. I don't know. In the world of my OCs, yes. I figured. You wouldn't really be able to completely like become a canine, but like you could do little things to make yourself look more, or other vice versa. He's Alex Pumpkin and her other friend. Her name is Poppy. Snout elongating, tail elongating. You could wear like false tails. Pumpkin X Poppy and their ship name will be Poppy Seeds. Oh, that's silly. That's cute. I like that. Never had pumpkin pie before? I like it. When I was younger, that was like the only pie that I would eat. um, I like pumpkin pie. It's people often put like spices in it, like cinnamon and stuff, things like that. I don't know. I like it. Do I have any ships that I'm not okay with? Not really. Besides just like the obvious, like don't be like weird about it. um, just nothing that's like more like whatever. Yeah, nothing evil basically. Otherwise, I totally fine with whatever fan content you want to make with ships. Oh, noting dad down. I thought you said, that said nothing. The pumpkin pie, not the ships. That might be a little bit brain dead. Ignore me. The angry eyes. I don't know if they're angry. They might just be. Well, this one they're more irritated than anything. This one they might be. They're probably a little bit pissed off. I will be evil about pumpkin pie. No, I'm totally down for like fan stuff and everything like that. Just like I said, nothing NSFW and nothing that's like leans into I don't know. Whatever, you get what I'm hinting at. I just don't want to say it on stream. Lesbian furry stuff. That's my favorite. I sold a physical copy of the first chapter of My Idyllic Iridescence. My Idyllic Iridescence at that convention, that local furry convention. Towards the beginning of the year. That was fun. I might try and bend there again the next year. Maybe get the second chapter out for that. I don't know. Or just the Lightbrush fan book will be nice. What's a contraption in cartoons that remains in your mind? That's a really specific question. Like the Wildy Coyote, like painting on the wall. Does that count? I love that gag. It's stupid, silly. There's no stuff for furry lesbians, yeah. A lot of lesbian content is, usually catered towards, like gay men because the furry fandom is largely male dominated. There's a lot of, like, furries as well, but I feel like it's very much, I don't know. I, I feel like there's quite a bit of the kind of like toxic gay men who like are misogynistic in the furry fandom. I see a lot of that, unfortunately. So, because of just how dominated the furry fandom is by gay male stuff rather than lesbian stuff, it's just kind of how it is. Nothing wrong with that, of course, like, but it's just there's a quite a large balance, and I do think the furry fandom has an issue with misogyny. Not to get too like whatever deep into like fandom discourse and all that depressing stuff, but you know, I'd say most fandoms have an issue with it, but whatever. No, I don't mind the questions. I enjoy answering them. I like talking about my original content. It makes me happy to know other people are interested in it. But how many chapters are there going to be? That I do not know. I have the story planned out and like loosely written, but I don't have the exact number of chapters there's going to be out yet. It's not going to be the longest comic in the world. I will say. At least 5, I would say. If I had to put a number on it, that's not like 100% confirmed or anything like that. That's just, yeah. Specific machines that I don't know. I don't really think one springs to mind immediately. Just realized I have like a problem with like just drawing like cartoony flames in the background of my full illustrations like this. I'm not good at background, so I've gotten into the habit of doing that. I'm like, oh, I want to like have background, but I don't want to like draw a complex scene, so I'll just make like cartoony flames in the background to give the drawing more depth. Is their teacher a he? Yeah, he's a he. Mr. I forgot what I named him. It's kind of an irrelevant character. But no, he's a dog. He's like a French bulldog, if I remember, or something like that. Well, that's another thing when it comes to naming conventions in the universe. Typically, women are named after herbs or different kinds of plants, while the men are named after different kind of like meats and stuff. Otherwise, it's considered more gender neutral to name them after like proteins. Like naming someone like Peanut or something will be considered a more gender neutral name. If that makes sense, I don't know. And then sometimes parents will just like throw away like naming conventions all aside and just like name like their male child Tulip or something. But conventionally within the universe, that's seen as like the traditional naming conventions and stuff. Yeah, he does kind of look like a bunny. I think it's just because French bulldogs look like bunnies in general. Oh my gosh, the difference there. Okay, hold on, let me just... I keep saying, I'm like, yay, I'm done, and then I'm like, wait, I need to add this one thing. I just want to finish up the rendering on this paintbrush, and then I'm done. Say what you want. Say what you want. Say what you want. What time is it? Oh my gosh, it's almost 5. Okay, yay, I think I'm done. Yay! Hold on, I lied again. I might want to outline Baxter really quick and see how I feel about that, because like right now he kind of just blends into the flames. Yeah, I'm not just kidding, I lied. Oh, I can't believe I'm finally done, just kidding. I have to add like 4 more things. Just want to see how I'm feeling about this. Okay, that works. What do you paint the brush? Fuck, I forgot to color their hands here. I'm going crazy. Okay, yay. Okay, yeah, I'll post this on social media like right after the stream, but yeah, I just wanted to do a fun little illustration. This was originally going to be a comic when I like drew like the first paintbrush, but then I was just like, I don't feel like doing a comic. I'm just going to draw like 100 different paintbrushes. Okay, yeah, I think I'm done. Okay. Well, I said that I'm gonna draw this, and then I'm gonna end the stream. I think I'm gonna do that. How long have I been streaming for anyway? Let me see. Oh, I don't understand that they changed the YouTube format again. I don't understand it. Oh, no, there we go. Okay, no, I've been going 3 hours. Dang. Okay, where? Hold on, my laptop's being weird. There we go. Okay, now I'm gonna switch to the other screen. Oop. There we go. I need to update the text as well. Hi everyone, yay! I need to update the little text wall because I want it to be a different font, and like I want to get rid of the icons. I don't know how to. I gotta figure that out. And I forgot how I did it before. I was too lazy to change it. But yeah, thanks for joining. I wanna, like I said, I say that like every time I stream. I feel like I'm like, I want to stream more. I want to stream more. I might experiment with like doing scheduled streams, honestly. If I'm gonna be getting into it more. Um, I'd have to wait until until like next week, till like Friday, to start putting out schedules on my Discord. But that way people just know like when to tune in and what I'll be doing. Like I said, there's a couple games like Needy Streamer Overload. I survived 4 days in a wasteland. I want to stream both of those. There's other games I want to stream, but I just don't know what exactly my laptop can handle, so it has to be pretty low. Games that aren't as demanding. Otherwise, it's gonna be like the Gretel and Hansel stream where it's like 2 frames per second, 1 frame per year. You can barely comprehend what I'm doing in the game. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna hop off now. I post the funny little paintbrush thing right after this and stuff. But yeah, thanks for joining. I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back soon. Bye. Oh god, I just hiccuped and burped at the same time. Oh my god.